Welcome back to another video. I am April Williams, a spiritual mindset life coach. I'm an ambassador for Christ and I'm a podcaster. Shout out to the chosen ones. If you found my channel, if you found this video, just know it's not by chance, it is not by accident, but it's a divine appointment. I am here to motivate, uplift, and encourage you to boldly and unapologetically step into the calling the Lord has placed on your life and to walk in your purpose. So with that being said, y'all, on this video, I just wanted to come on here and talk about what the Lord placed on my heart and what I really been battling with and dealing with in this season of my life, and it's spiritual warfare. Before I came into the knowledge of spiritual warfare, I'll go through different things and experience different things, mostly mentally, and I didn't know what it was, A lot of times we can just feel like, okay, well, that's life. We go through things. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through that, which is true, which is very true, but we have to know that when we're in a season of dealing with spiritual warfare, because once we're aware of it, then we know how to handle things, how to manage things. So, spiritual warfare is the act of fighting against Satan when he tries to keep us from God's calling. So as believers, as followers of the Most High, as we're pursuing God and we're pursuing our purpose, we have to know that we're going to experience spiritual warfare, And, as far as the signs of it, like I say, let's say you're coming into a season where you're growing closer to God, you're reading His Word, you're just growing spiritually, and you're beginning to pursue purpose. You're beginning to pursue the calling and the purpose that the Lord has placed on your life. And, you'll be doing good on your walk with the Lord, and the next thing, you just feel a resistance. You feel like something is fighting against you going forward and moving forward with it. You're losing your motivation. You're battling, you're having trouble sleeping. You may even take sleeping medicine and still have trouble sleeping. It's like nothing is helping you with getting sleep. You're battling with sleep. You're tossing and turning all night. The enemy's attacking your mind. You're going through all these different things. And like I say, you don't understand what's going on because you're like, okay, well, I'm on my walk with the Lord. Why is this happening to me? We have to know that when we're pursuing the Lord and our purpose, which the purpose He's placed on your life, the reason He created you, when you're pursuing that, you're going to be attacked. But when we become aware of these things, we know that it is not a physical battle. This is a spiritual battle. The Bible tells us in Ephesians 6:12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. So we have to know that spiritual warfare, it is a spiritual battle. It is not a battle or anything that we can see with our physical eyes. It is in the spiritual realm. It's the enemy fighting against us, fighting against God's will for our lives in the spiritual realm. We're being attacked. Like I say, it can be mentally. Next thing you know, you feel like you're going crazy in your mind. The enemy's planting all kind of evil, wicked, demonic thoughts in your mind. You're having trouble sleeping. You may be battling with your health. Every time you look, something is going on with your health. The doctors just told you this, and now this is happening. It's spiritual warfare. So that's one of those signs. It may even be, excuse me, like sudden losses in your family, friends, stuff like that. Which we know that that's a part of life. Everybody has to go. But, it may be like sudden losses, one after one after one. It's like, it's like your family can't even get a break. You're just battling with this, you're battling with that. You're having problems at your job, your coworkers. You feel like everybody's turning against you. And people are beginning to treat you different. That's signs that you're in spiritual warfare. And like I said, you just feel an overall resistance against the change and the growth you have begun to make. So like I say, y'all, we have to know that this is truly a spiritual battle. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the higher powers, against principalities. This is not a physical battle. This is a spiritual battle. So we have to know that now that you're aware that you may be dealing with and battling with, and you may be in spiritual warfare, the best way to handle it is to put on the full armor of God. The Bible tells us where we must walk in, we must put on the full armor of God. So like I say, now that you know it, each and every day I challenge you to pray more, to seek God more, to tell the Lord that, okay, Lord, now I'm aware of what's going on. I've been trying to fight this spiritual battle physically, in the physical realm. I've been trying to do this and trying to do that on my own, out of my own strength, Lord. But this is truly a spiritual battle, and I know that I can't do this alone. I can't do this without you, Lord. So I ask that I put on your full armor each and every day, Lord. I trust you, I know that you're going to get me through what I'm going through. I seek you. I surrender unto you, So we have to talk to God and tell God these things so we can know that He can know that we're fully yielded. We're yielding vessels to be used by Him. And like I said, the enemy knows that God is preparing you. The enemy knows that God is preparing you. You're beginning to walk in your purpose. You're beginning to do all the great things that God set up, set for you to do long ago. Long ago. So the enemy knows that. So like I said, y'all, once again, some of the signs of dealing with spiritual warfare is, sudden losses in your family, certain family members, stuff like that. You're losing people back to back, person after person after person. It's like you feel like your family can't get a break. You may have trouble sleeping. You tossing and turning all night. You can even take sleeping medicine and you still can't sleep. That's another sign you are dealing with spiritual warfare. Another one, like I say, your mind and your thoughts are being attacked. You don't even think like that. You would never think something like that about somebody or about yourself or about, anything or anybody in the world. But now the enemy has planted this evil, demonic, wicked thought in your head and you battling with it. You can't get it out. You doing this, you doing that. You're speaking your affirmations and you still battling with it. That's how you know that it's the enemy placing those evil and wicked thoughts in your head. You battling in your own mind and in your own thoughts. And like I said, you just feel a strong resistance. The more you try to change and grow and become who God made you to be, you feel the resistance to go back and doing the things you were doing. Go back into the world. Go back to drinking all the time. Go back to smoking all the time. You feel just a resistance coming up against the changes you have made. And, as you're pursuing the things of God, you feel like, you may have lost motivation. You feel like you're lacking motivation in this season. All you want to do is just hang out, and you may want to sleep all the time, and you just don't have that urgency to do good and great things like you once had in the beginning. That's the resistance I'm talking about. It's the resistance that's coming up against the change and the growth that God is producing in your life. So we have to know that this is a spiritual battle, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And I'm coming from Ephesians 6:12, so I'm going to read it again. And this is the NIV version. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So like I say, y'all, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This is a spiritual battle. The enemy is attacking you in the spiritual realm. But just know that each and every day, I challenge you to talk to God, to spend more time with God, to get the revelation and understanding of what's happening in your life and why it's happening in your life. And each and every day, put on the full armor of God. Bind out the works, the plots, the plans, the scheme of the enemy and his people and everything he's plotting against your life. Each and every day, you bind it up in the name of Jesus. So, like I say, y'all, this is about spiritual warfare. I'm probably going to do another video about it, but this is really just scratching the surface. Talking about what spiritual warfare is and listing a few signs that you're in spiritual warfare. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Y'all be blessed. Make sure you check out my clothing line. UMC, unapologeticallyme.com. I'm wearing my women's crop hoodie, Unapologetically Me. Make sure y'all check it out and shop. And also I have my tap-in apparel on there, shirts, hoodies, crop hoodies, and pretty soon I'm going to be doing some hats. So make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all shop on unapologeticallyme.com. I'll list the website in the description below. Y'all be blessed. If you have any questions, I'll list my email below so you can reach out to me for one-on-one coaching or anything like that. Y'all be blessed, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one.